Welcome to my YouTube channel RP's Logos. Today I'm going to show you how to make this impossible trefoil knot using Inkscape. Okay, first you have to open Inkscape and open the fill and stroke menu and align and distribute menu. Okay, so the first thing I'm going to do is click on this stars and polygon icon and draw a perfect triangle. So you press Ctrl and Shift and make a perfect triangle like this. Okay, you need to have corners as 3 here to make this triangle. Okay, now click on the select icon and then you have to click here on this lock icon and change this to pixel and change the width to 350 pixels. Okay, so let me zoom in a bit on this. Okay, now let me reduce the opacity to around half and I will press Ctrl D to duplicate it. Okay, let me give it a different color. Okay, and now click here and use your right arrow key to move it 12 times. Okay, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. Okay, now click here to enable snapping. Snap to cusp nodes. Okay, then come here and click on this draw Bezier curves. Okay, and click here. See, until it shows that enabling that snapping. Click here once and then click here once and come here. Click here once and again click here and move it until it goes and touches the starting point. Okay, so now we have made a small triangle here. So click here and let me give this a purple fill. Okay, sorry, maroon one, and click here to remove the strokes. Press Shift and click on this X button. Okay, so we have made a small rectangle here. So press Ctrl D to duplicate it and see, click here to snap it and let me change the color to say this olive color. Okay, so we have to snap it. See, we have to snap it like this. Okay, now select this maroon one and the olive one. Press Ctrl D to duplicate it and let me group it temporarily by clicking here and click here once again and press on Ctrl. See, now when you click second time you have enabled the rotational handles. So press Ctrl and move it right 8 times. Okay, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 8 times. Now snap it here like this. See, it should, the right edge of this this rectangle should actually touch the right edge of the triangle. Okay, and this arrow should be pointing upwards. See, like this, it should be pointing upwards. Now let me select this everything and let me reduce the opacity so that you can see what's happening here. See, there is a small point here. Okay, now let me ungroup this. Okay, click here to ungroup this. Okay, now select any one of the rectangle, press Ctrl D and let me change color of this. Now click it again once and press Ctrl and move it 4 times to left so that it reaches this position, and move it, see, until it snaps here. Okay, maybe I'll give it a different color. Okay, so once it snaps here, next thing you have to do is move this using up arrow key 33 times. Okay, let me start. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, 25, 26, 27, 28, 29, 30, 31, 32, 33. Okay, so okay, before that I forgot, I'll change the color of these two rectangles. Let me change this color to say blue, and let me change this color to purple. Okay, so once we made this rectangle, press Ctrl D and snap it here. This was just used as a reference. We'll move it, we'll use it later, but right now we'll concentrate on this particular rectangle. Okay, use this to make a cut here on this olive one. Okay, so once this is selected, press Shift and select this one and go to Path, Difference, Path, Break Apart. So it's broken into two pieces. So click on Shift and select this again. So it will deselect this part, and this is selected. So we'll press Delete to remove it. We don't want this part. Okay. Now click here on this maroon rectangle. Okay. Click here to flip it horizontally, and click here again so that rotational handles are enabled, and click it 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 times. Okay, and snap it like this. Okay, it actually snaps it. So you will see these 2 points should be diagonally opposite. Okay, see, if this moves here, this moves in the opposite direction. Okay, that's how we should snap it. So once we snap it, so you will see that there are some extra parts here which we don't need anymore. Okay, here there is a part and here there is a part. So we'll use this blue rectangle to cut this. Okay, right click, duplicate, press Shift and select this olive one, Path, Difference, Path, Break Apart. Press Shift and click here to deselect this, and just click on Delete to remove the extra piece. Okay, again use this, right click, duplicate, press Shift and select this maroon one, Path, Difference, Path, Break Apart. Press Shift and deselect this part and delete the remaining ones. We don't want this. So now we will use this rectangle which we moved apart earlier, and before that we have to click here to enable this snap midpoints of segments. Okay, now click here and see, it snaps perfectly here. Now click this and Shift and select this purple one which we created earlier, Path, Difference. Okay, so now this is how we have created the first set. This is the first set and this is the second set. Okay, now click this one and Shift and select this one, and Shift and select this one, and Shift and select this one. Press Ctrl D to duplicate it. Okay, now we'll group it temporarily, see, using clicking here. So once this is grouped, click this once again to enable the rotational handles. Press Ctrl and move it left 8 times. Okay, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Okay, we moved it 8 times. Now select this and place it like this. Okay, this bottom part of this new set which we have created should actually touch the bottom edge of this triangle, and this should be placed like this, and here this should be parallel to this edge. Okay, immediately ungroup it. Okay, now again we will select the first set and second set again. Okay, press shift and select this one and this one and this one. Once we select everything, press Ctrl D to duplicate it and group it temporarily. Last time we moved it left 8 times. This time we'll be moving to right 8 times. Okay, click here to select this again, and so that the rotational handles are visible. So press Ctrl and move it right 8 times. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Okay, now we have to place it like this. Okay, so there is a pointy part here, blue one, and there is a pointy part here. Okay, immediately ungroup it. Okay, now we don't want these triangles which we created earlier. Okay, click on this, delete it, click on this and delete it. So we'll concentrate on these these 6 sets which we have created now. So our next aim is to remove the unnecessary parts of these sets. Okay, there is if you see this edge is looking okay. Now if you see this edge, see we don't need this parts. Okay, so for this we'll use this olive piece and we will cut this edges. Okay, so click here, right click, duplicate, press shift and select the blue one, path, difference, path, break apart. Press shift and deselect this, and whatever remaining part just press delete. Okay, again use this olive one, right click, duplicate, press shift and select the purple one, path, difference, path, break apart. Okay, press shift and deselect this, and whatever remaining part we'll just delete. So now the next one looks okay. Now the next one here we have to again delete the unnecessary one. We'll always use this. Again we'll use the olive part here. Okay, so again right click, duplicate, press shift and select the blue one, path, difference, path, break apart. Okay, press shift and deselect this and delete the unnecessary one. Again use the olive one, right click, duplicate, press shift and select the purple one, path, difference, path, break apart. Okay, press shift and deselect this, and whatever remaining part we will just delete it. Okay, now the next one looks okay, and now the only remaining thing is this part here. There is some extra pieces which we don't want. Again we'll use the olive one to cut the extra pieces. Okay, again right click, duplicate, press shift and select the blue one, path, difference, path, break apart. Okay, press shift and deselect this, and whatever remaining part we'll just use delete and delete it. Okay, again use this olive one, right click, duplicate, press shift and select the purple piece, path, difference, path, break apart, press shift and deselect this, and whatever remaining just click on delete to delete it. Okay, now almost our skeleton is ready. So we'll select everything and we'll increase the opacity. Now what we'll do is we'll select this maroon one and we'll select this purple one, sorry, the green, the blue one. Okay, maroon and this blue here, and path, union, and we'll change the color to red. Okay, now we'll select this purple one and select the olive one path, union. We'll change the color to yellow. Okay, now select the maroon one here and select the blue one here, this blue one, and go to path, union, and change the color to orange. Okay, this I'm using FF6600. Okay, click here. Okay, now we'll select this purple one and shift and select the olive one. Again, path, union, we'll change the color to red. Okay, now again select the maroon one and press shift and select the blue one, path, union, we'll change the color to yellow. Yellow. Okay, now select this one and this olive one, path, union, we'll change the color to this orange, FF6600. Okay, now we are almost done, but what we now see is there is a small issue here, which you can see this orange part. See this orange piece. If you see this orange piece should be above this set. Okay, but that's not what has happened. So just click on this orange part and click here. See, raise selection one step. Okay, click this once, twice, thrice. Okay, so now this has gone up like this, but there is an issue here. This piece should be above this set. Okay, but we cannot use the same trick because I'll show you. I will click on this red piece and I will use the same trick. I will use this raise one selection one step. If you try to raise it, see this selection is raised. So we will lower it like it was earlier. Okay, we cannot use the same trick here. So we have to use a different trick. Instead of this, let me zoom in a bit. So instead of raising it, what I am going to do is I will cut this part here. If I cut this part, then it will look like this set is raised above this set. Okay, look what I am going to do carefully. Okay, now what I will do is I will create a rectangle using this icon here. See, I will make a rectangle. Let me reduce the opacity to half so that you can see what's happening. I'll change the color. I'll give it a different color. Okay, see. Now this rectangle which I have created right now should be bigger than this part which we are going to cut. That's all we have to care. So I'll select this, and then what I'm going to do is I'll click on this yellow one, right click, duplicate. Okay, and I'll click this orange one, right click, duplicate. Now I will select this new yellow one and shift and select the orange one. Okay, now once we have selected both, go here to path and combine it. Okay, now this combined part is already selected. You see, it's already selected. So once this is selected, press shift and click on this new rectangle that we actually have created. Go to path, intersection. See, now we have made an intersection here. Okay, so once this is done, you will repeat the same step again. Choose this yellow one, click on here and right click, duplicate. Okay, now select this red one, right click, duplicate. Okay, now select this yellow and this new red one, go to path, combine. Okay, once this is combined, this part is already selected. So press shift and select this new rectangle again. Press shift, selected this both, and go to path, intersection. See, now we have created a new piece here which is exactly in the shape of the portion which we want to cut it. Okay, so press Ctrl D to duplicate it, and now what we will do is we'll select this new piece here, press shift and select the yellow one. Okay, go to path, difference. Okay, Now again select this new piece here and click on shift and click on this orange piece, go to path difference. You see, now we have successfully cut this portion and it looks exactly like this impossible trefoil knot that I showed you in this picture. Okay, now it's up to you. You can change the color if you want, or like what I am going to do, select everything, press shift and click this black part here, and now I've given a stroke to this piece. Okay, now select again. Let me change the stroke style to stroke width to say 2. Give it a round cap and round join. Okay, see, now if you want you can just group it. So that's all folks, that's how to create this impossible trefoil knot. If you have any questions, please let me know in the comment section. Thank you.